Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Chris. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Bo Burnham's new special, Inside. It's something that I didn't really care to watch at first. And then I started scrolling on TikTok, and I saw like 30 different videos every night about Bo Burnham, and it was just different clips from the special, and then I started to see more interviews about Bo Burnham. And just to give you guys a little bit of a personal experience about my experience, I just used the word experience twice, with Bo Burnham, I know him from the movie The Big Sick. He has a small supporting role there, but I haven't seen any of his specials. This was my first ever special from Bo Burnham that I watched. Haven't seen the movie 8th Grade, unfortunately. I still want to. It's on my watch list, but going into this, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I talked to my friend Ewan from Ewan Reviews. He was like, dude, you got to check it out. Everyone was raving about it online, so I was like, fine, I'll give it a watch. It's been a long time since I've watched something it's hard to really put my thoughts accurately on it because it kind of just sucked me in a weird way. Like, essentially, Bo Burnham made this special over the course of quarantine, so he was locked in his house, and he was kind of going mad throughout the entire thing. So we see that perspective of it, but we also see comedic performances and damn good lyrical songs that honestly are stuck in my head. I keep singing like 3 of them all day. I've just been singing them. And that's why I kind of wanted to make this video, just to talk about the genius and the brilliance of this comedy special. It obviously is shot, directed, it's edited, it's produced, it's written by Bo Burnham, acted by Bo Burnham, and he's such a genius. He's honestly a Renaissance man. It reminds me of him and Lin-Manuel Miranda are very similar. They both can write, direct, sing, perform, and I think that it's a rarity nowadays to see someone that's such a Renaissance man like Bo Burnham, and he's just such an intriguing person to me. Now I'm really interested to dive into the rest of his career, and then I've started watching a bunch of his YouTube videos. Like, this guy has been around for quite some time, and for me, it's the first time I've actually seen him in the spotlight. It's like the first time that I've really watched any of his stuff, so I'm glad that I finally checked out his new special. But to be honest, it's like people are diving so deep into it, and I'm just intrigued. I don't even know how to wrap my brain around it. I think Bo Burnham's an absolute genius. He has various songs that tackle like real world issues from a comedic lens, and I know that that's what he's good at doing, but we also see his mask of sanity slipping through the majority of this. There's actually moments where he'll leave in like a cut, and he'll be like, all right, let's do that again, and he'll like mess up. And that reminds me of me, because sometimes when I'm making a YouTube video, I'll be like, all right, let's get another take, let's do that one more time. Or if I'm like filming anything, I'll be like, one more time, let's get another picture. And that's just a funny thing. I'm glad that he kind of made it more realistic and kind of made it more personable. We kind of got to relate to him more so in that aspect, as we could just see him struggling, going through it all, especially towards the end. There's a moment that's just like, damn, this guy, I mean, he's losing it, and we were all losing it. And that's why I think this is something that resonates with a lot of people, because, especially me, because we were all going through it for that last year when we were locked up in quarantine. Like, I myself, even like this year, February and March was hard, like mentally, because it's like, is there a light at the end of this tunnel? Are we ever going to be done with this? Is there ever going to be back to somewhat normal? Fortunately, it looks like we're starting to get there, but for a while, it was tough. It was tough, like mentally, and I can relate with that. And that's why I think that this special works on so many levels, because you can relate to this guy going crazy, but also kind of healing the world with comedy. I want to just listen to this guy's music now, which is weird because he's a comedian director, but the songs are so catchy, and I'm thinking about ranking them in like a TikTok video, which I know is wild, but there's a lot of messages that I think are relevant here that people need to hear. And there are so many funny bits, like when he was reacting to, he's like, there's a bit where he's reacting to his video or his song that he sang, so he keeps adding in the reaction screen. That had me like laughing out loud. It's an experience that you guys have to experience for yourself. I can't recommend this enough, and this is coming from someone who really had no former experience with Bo Burnham. I started with Inside. I don't know if that was a wise move, but I'm very intrigued to check out the rest of his career now. I'm not going to give it a rating. Even on Letterboxd, I didn't give a rating. I was just like, this is something else. I tweeted out the video from Spider-Man 3 of Tobey Maguire after he got the black suit, and he goes, this is something else. That's literally how I felt watching this, but I couldn't look away. Is that weird? Does anyone else feel that way? Like, I couldn't look away from the screen. It flew by. It's an hour 27, the whole thing. There's an intermission, but just watching, it felt like you were in there with Bo Burnham, and you were watching him live perform these songs that he put so much of his life into. And I think that it's very relevant. Like I've said about 100 times now, I think that It's relatable, relevant, it's funny at times, but it's also dark and talks about the mental health of people. And that's really the word I can use to describe Inside, his new special. Intriguing. Something I can't describe, something you just have to experience for yourself. But have you guys seen his new special, Inside? If so, let me know down below. Definitely hit the like button. There weren't many edits in this video. It's just, it touched me in a weird way. I hope that this special, like, I want to know what it did for you. Did it, like, touch your heart at any point? Did this special, like, touch you, like, mentally, or, like, did it like lift your spirits or make you feel better? I want to know, because I think that's kind of the point of it, and it did so for me. It was very weird. I'm kind of obsessed with Bo Burnham now in a weird way, and I have to watch more of his stuff because I've only seen this. But I don't know how to explain it. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. But I just wanted to give my thoughts on this kind of unfiltered. I really kind of am at a loss of words.
Sorry I was gone, but look, I made you some